See, what I want to talk to you guys about today is I want to talk a little bit about my story, but I'm going to talk about some things that I've never spoken about before. I went to dinner with a good friend of mine named Trina, and she's a childhood friend. And she talked to me and she said, Mika, I love what you're doing in Primerica. You're blessing so many people. You're doing such a phenomenal job. But when are you going to tell the real story? And I said, whoa. I thought about that when I went home, and I tried to figure out how come there are certain things that I never mentioned. And then I thought about how many blessings I was blocking by not kind of going back to the first half of my life. And today I just want to bless just a few of you, because I know some of you are wondering if you can really do this thing, if you should really give it your all. And so when I think about my childhood, I remember when we did have lights and we had to use candles. I remember when we didn't have gas and had to use, someone else's outlet to plug up the hot plate to cook ramen noodles. I remember those days. I remember when we were on Section 8 and we got put out of our apartment and I had to walk to school and walk by the furniture on the sidewalk and act like it wasn't ours. See, back then, guys, my parents were both addicted to drugs. And very quickly, I had to grow up. I had to make a decision to not allow my current circumstances to dictate my life. So I thank God for my grandmother who stepped in to make sure that my sisters and I survived. I thank God for my aunt who stepped in to make sure that at 16 years old, when the doctors told me that I had cells that would turn cancerous and I needed an adult, but I couldn't find my mother, but she stepped in and she made sure that I got that taken care of. I thank God for people like that. See, I started to work at the age of 15. By the age of 16, I was already living on my own. I was driving to high school, leaving high school, driving to work my full-time job, right? Went to college, did all these great things, graduated college as magna cum laude. But throughout this process, guys, there were no mentors, no role models, and not many people to depend on. But still, I pushed on. I do want to mention this, though. To this day, my parents are no longer addicted to drugs. They are clean, and I'm super proud of them. And they have both played a major role in my success in this business, especially my mom taking on with my daughter, making sure that she did all she could to take care of my child while I built this business. So, man, I love my parents. But I want to tell you guys this today. Your past does not have to limit your future. Use your past as a stepping stone for you to have the success that you want in your life. But there are three things that I had to develop. The first thing I had to develop was faith in God. See, 2 Corinthians 5:7 says, for we live by faith, not by sight. So it doesn't matter what it looks like right now. The second thing I had to develop was believe in myself. See, I had to believe in myself because, look, I just said, look, we were made in the likeness and the image of God, right? And so we understand that if we're like God, then we have to believe in ourselves. How can we not believe in ourselves then? So we have to believe in ourselves. You have to trust that intuition. You have to trust that gut. You have to listen to what your insides are telling you to do. You know that you can make it in this business. You know that you have everything that it takes. Do you believe in yourself? Guys, you have to believe in yourself. Believe in all that you are. Know that there is something inside of you that is not in anyone else. Know that everything that you have gone through it for a reason. Know that God has your back. Know that you can do this. And then the third thing, guys, that I had to develop was perseverance. See, and perseverance is the determination to keep going despite challenges and obstacles. Right? And so you have to develop that grit. Will you keep going when things are not going right? Will you keep pushing? Will you become resourceful? Will you make it happen, or will you make excuses? You have to persevere. See, listen, guys, we don't sit down and just allow opportunities to come to us. Look, I want you to get up right now, guys. I want you to get up. Make sure you stand up in your business. Get up. We have to get up and make these things happen for us. You have to get up in your life, get up in your business. And one of the most important things that you have to do, guys, is you have to make sure you are clear on your why. Why are you here? You are here here for a reason. What is the reason you are here? Who do you want to make it happen for? There are people who are depending on you. There are people who need you to make it happen. There are people who need you to go and win. So as I wind down here, guys, listen. Your past was preparation. I understand now that God was preparing me. And for some of you, God is preparing you right now. For some of you, God has prepared you in the past. For some of you, you've gone through life. You've gone through so much. And now that you are here, you have been prepared. Are you prepared to win? Listen, I want you to tell yourself that you can do this. I want you to tell yourself that you belong here. I want you to tell yourself that you will be on this stage. I want you to understand that everything that you learned since you've been here for this week, you have to go back home tomorrow and you have to execute. You have to go to work. You have to lose the excuses. You have to follow your system. You have to follow your coaches. We have so many blessings here in this business. So many people who want us to win. This amazing company can change your life. Do you truly believe that this company can change your life? See, and as I close, guys, I just want to say this. Regardless of where you come from, regardless of what you've been through, regardless of your current situation, you belong here and you can win here. Primerica family, I love you. Let's go win.